Welcome everyone. Today we'll talk about the CBA of project. CBA stands for cost benefit analysis. Let us understand what is the cost benefit analysis. Project is all about it. Remember, if to every benefit that we want to accrue or reap in, we have to give certain cost, or we have to compromise, we have to adjust, we have to fund some of the activities altogether. So what every is the cause and effect relationships when reflected in financial terms is known as cost benefit analysis. So what is the cost for the stated benefit that we are looking at it? It's the ultimate aim of the business organization as per se. What exactly is to make profit. This is what we are talking about it. Therefore, any system that the organization must produce more benefits as compared to the cost. So MIS is management information system, yields higher benefit than the cost. For this, the cost benefit analysis is very very important, which we need to understand time and again what we are looking into it. Remember, this is what we have said: the benefit has to be more and cost has to be on the lesser side. Then only it means that we are in the right business to be in altogether. So let's understand the cost benefit analysis in depth. Primarily a tool used by governments in making the social and economic decisions. CBA is cost had to benefit the community of adopting a particular course of action that comes around it. This is what we are looking at times. Cost benefit analysis decision is a decision making device which evaluates the activities where the market does not have an established principles or prices. So basically, the market does not have a standing, and still we are evaluating the activities as far as what are the companies investing investment, and probably what company could have done in other ways, other things as far as opportunity cost are concerned. Remember, when the market does not operate on an established price, cost benefit analysis will try to map a market result based on what kind of investment or what kind of financing it has practiced, or attempts to quantify or include the estimates of cost and benefits to the client, but also to the rest of the community. That what we are looking at it. This is cost benefit analysis. I again let you know it's a primary tool for the government to understand the economic measures and economic decision that comes around it. Basically, it likes to study how good beneficial the cost benefit analysis of any project has been impacting on the community. It's a basically a decision making device wherein you can evaluate options for a particular project altogether, wherein there are no set prices for market, wherein the market doesn't decide on the prices. The cost benefit analysis of a company would be the foundation for setting up the price of the product or the service that the company is dealing with. And this is what benefit analysis for an individual. Let me understand what are the choices that they go around it. They often more often than not use the word called gut feeling, as in as if somebody is speaking on the ears, and that is what they do as far as investing style would become doing around it. They're going with the gut feeling as to make a particular decision for the company. Can you do it in this business? Because at the end of the day, the company is only on profit earning, and most importantly, you cannot go on the gut feeling because it can backfire, and you are answerable in a corporate settings. They have to take a future cash flow analysis, a full financial appraisal of the project. For the government, the decision making is way much harder. There are complex stakeholders in place. There are many questions, considerations of profitability in terms of economic scale, profitability in terms of community scale, in terms of social scale and ecological scale that comes around it. How does it benefit the society at large is what the government is supposed to do. This is what is cost benefit analysis about it. Remember, there are other issues. it's about the project being worthwhile financially. Is it the best option? Should it be taken? Now remember, before taking an action, the CBA, CBA, this is what we go around it. It is all cost, all benefit, and this time the A stands for action. So this is what we are going. This is the parachute that need to go around it to understand what actions, what are the options that is there. Cost benefit information system can be derived from management information system altogether. I am trying to give you some hint as far as an example is concerned. Please understand and probably appropriately apply it in your own work setting. Let us understand, we are going for an upgradation in the hardware system. What are the benefits? It has to be tangible one. Probably we can have a fix, we can unplug the hardware at any suitable places and plug it in and start it. So is it tangible enough? The telecommunication, will it improve productivity? Do I give access to a mobile to all my employees? Does it helps? What are the software that comes around? Is the lowest of all operating costs that comes around it? The personal thing that is there is the reduced workforce that we are looking into it, the lower computer cost that is there, the lower vendor cost, which is absolutely applicable out here. We are talking about the accessories, the computer form, the computer ink, ribbon, and so on and so forth. The UPS is the uninterrupted power supply machine for utilization into some certain numbers of essential electrical equipment where you require an uninterrupted power supplies, and where there might be fluctuation in powers as far as supply is concerned. This is what the cost benefit of system is all about it. Accordingly, with the information system, are we utilizing the asset in a most appropriate fashion? Enhanced employee morale is physical facilities building, increased job satisfaction, higher customer satisfaction, improved organizational image. That is what we are looking at it. We are attempting to improve and does the best thing possible for the company all the. Remember, establishing a steel production plant in a port community is all about a cost benefit analysis in terms of construction, pollution, and devaluing the house prices within the vicinity of that area. What we are doing, we are producing steel. Steel is very energy concentrate. It is very energy intensive industry altogether. We have a coke oven to be built upon it, where they have to maintain an energy altogether high. There are essential raw materials required to manufacture steel, the iron ore, the calcium ligamites that needs to be done in the vicinity of it. Now we need to have, this is what my cost is all about it might be at a unwarranted area where everything is not possible, and it might be in an uninhabited places. So these are the cost in terms of construction, in terms of pollution, in terms of devaluing of the house prices. But what are the benefit that goes around it? The benefit is absolutely amazing. This is going to give me employment. Yes, it is going to give an increased trade, and the steel for the local industries will be produced locally. So benefit analysis, the method is to study all possible alternatives, prepare a table showing the life of the project year to year basis. This is what is very being very realistic as the case might be. Establish the cost of the project. Now the cost of the project can be depreciated over the time span of the project that can be there. Remember, certain expenditures would be for the whole length of the tenure of the plant or the factory that you set in. Now remember to include the capital, the operating and the maintenance cost, the social cost, and tangible cost that goes around it. Establish the total benefits to be obtained from the project by the way of sales. Calculate the rate of interest, such as NPV. Net NPV is equal to zero, as in net present value that comes around it. This is what we need to understand everything in every time now and then. And if possible, can we have a forced ranking method that comes can be done around it? Absolutely, rank every things and get into priorities altogether. If this is done into on a prior fashion, nothing like it, and everything will fall in a place altogether. We talk about the cost benefit analysis is likely to be the wonderful technique until and unless there is two conditions that has been met. What are they? It is all about the investment. It should be sufficiently large and should merit the time and the cost of the cost benefit analysis. Maybe it's sufficiently, maybe huge. Probably none of us are right now, in fact, laughing it off. Just for an example, I'm giving it to you about the expenditure that any certain government might be incurring out on planning for space travel. Now everything is looking very dreamy, and people might be just skirting the issue altogether as if there are essential problems on our planet, and why do you waste money, time, effort on space mission? Probably centuries from today, there would be essentially some human settlement outside our planet. I'm talking of settlement now. That would be a reality because eventually the planet will get diminished, might die. The way things are going, the way the pollution is expanding. So, probably what I'm trying to tell it to you is investment has to be sufficiently large and it should mitigate the merit of the time. Not everybody can understand, but yes, that is what the cost benefit analysis is all about. It the social and other intangible costs that the benefit must prospectively be larger for selection, for cost in use and investment appraisal to be valid, to be invalid. Now these are the two conditions that needs to be understand. Again, repeating, investment must be sufficiently large or important to merit time and cost benefit analysis. Similarly, we should have the social and other intangible cost or benefit must be prospectively and sufficiently large for the selection of cost in use and investment appraisal to be in. Let us understand. If you still do not understand, let me draw a matrix where there is a project risk which is based on the x-axis. Remember, project risk has been plotted on the x-axis, and the benefits is on your y-axis. Remember, at when both project risk and the benefits are high, we are very cautious. We are very cautious. We need to understand everything, cautiously examine. But when the benefits is high and the project risk is low, we immediately jump in, identify and develop. We think there is a gap, go, please go again, go ahead, because the risk is very low and the benefits is impeccably pronounced. But what happens when the project risk is low and benefits are also low? It's a routine project, nobody even thinks about it. It's a mundane thing that everybody goes to go around it. I do not know how many of you have thought before going out of your home today to attend your office or to attend any of your jobs. Probably that was a part of your routine work. Its benefit is regular. In fact, the risk is also regular. It has to be done. But what happened? The project risk is very high and the benefit is not there. It's missing. We should avoid such scenario. Now, this is a matrix where it will tell you what to do and what not to do, as in the cost benefit analysis via portfolio analysis of an information system is all about it. This is the way you got to thing. Remember, cost benefit analysis via profitability index is what we are talking about. In profitability index is the present value of the cash flow divided by the investment. This is what we are looking into it. Remember, present value. $100 from 2 years from today is as good as approximately $80. The present value of the 2 years $100 would be, as of today, it will be $80 only. So you need to understand what was the investment that you're going to make around it. Similarly, we need to have to understand the fact that payback period or the cost benefit analysis via dividend payback period is the total initial investment by the discounted annual cash flow. So you might have, let just for a hypothetical situation, total investment is $1,000, nothing more than that, so that it becomes very understandable to the audience of the thing. So total investment is only $1,000 and discounted cash flow is approximately $100 a year. So what does this mean? I will require at least 10 years to get my initial investment of $1,000. But believe me, today's $1,000 would be approximately costing me approximately 1,000 or $3,000 at that point of time. So the purchasing power of today's money is cash in hand is way better than the cash that is going to flow up in the things. So when I say with $1,000 I can purchase $1,000 worth of product, the similar number of products, similar worth of product 10 years hence will cost me $3,000. So that is what we need to be understood. So what is a discounted annual cash flow? You need to understand and so accounting rate of return for information system, what we go around it is the average return vis-a-vis the total investment that you come around it. Accounting rate of return is your average return with the total initial investment. So average return is $100 and total investment was $1,000. So average return, accounting rate of return would be 10%. So problem associated with CBA or cost benefit analysis is measuring problem. One of the basic problem is the difficulties to encounter in measuring a tangible cost, such as the foul atmosphere, that such as the potent atmosphere that people might not be trusting, the people might be vindictive, it that benefits might not trickle as been promised, or it might not be, it might be basically present. You are enacting a project in a very violent area, assuming other several other cost and benefit associated with the activities. Estimating the cost and benefit involves what? It involves everything which might not go your way. So this is all about assumption, is all about estimating. So affects the market condition. Definitely the state of economy, the state of economy might be very robust today, might be vibrant tomorrow, and might be sulking the day after. So you need to understand this thing. So uneven distribution of benefits to the community is what into it. That time problem is tackling future time problem by discounting future cost and benefits, or calculating the correct rate for future rupees values, as well as accounting of additional benefits and the cost associated. This is what we are looking, this is what we need to understand. This is where actually things has to be. It is the way you want to go about your project, program, or policy. The strength of the method is that it provides a framework for analyzing data in a much sensible fashion and a consistent fashion that has been. Remember, the advantage of CBA are these three. These three are the vital importance. So, first and foremost, it makes an explicit economic assumption that might otherwise remain implicit, might otherwise remain unstated altogether or overlooked often. So, you have to make it, quantify it absolutely. The next is useful for convincing policymakers. Now, what is policymaker? Now, policymakers are the people who might be having a superiority feeling because of their position in the society, of the power that they wield in, but they might not have the holistic knowledge around it. But cost benefit analysis will expose them to this holistic aspect of the project that benefits the funders, that benefits the activity, that justifies the activity. Good quality approach for estimating the efficiency and the programs and project. This is how it will let them know why should we go about building a dam or building a metro railway or having an airport in a particular places, or the university investing in the education per se. So, as a business organization, there are cost and there are benefit. If benefit should outweigh, see, look, it is benefiting is outweigh. It is going down. It means greater income, faster operation, less waste. Please go about it. Please implement the project. If the cost is less of new equipment and training, if this is the only cost and benefit outweighs the cost, go ahead and implement the project. Remember, cost based analysis helps the authority to answer these following four questions. Does the proposal provides a net benefit to the community? In all probability, yes or no. Should the proposed project program policy be undertaken? You should ask. For a simple majority will be good enough to impact to initiate the program. Should the project or program be continued? You will understand if there are benefit being accrued or not. Which of the various alternative projects or programs should be undertaken? That needs to be answered. If not this particular existing project that has been running, which are the alternative projects that needs to be done for? That is what we are looking at. Next would be why the reason why to undertake such a cost benefit analysis. The main reason is to determine whether that project, that program, that policy, is it impacting the community, the society in a better, in a meaningful way. In other words, the net impact is positive or negative. If it is positive, why not? question remains, why not? So CBA, I would love to wind up this session with the following things. CBA means meaningful comparison. This is what we are looking into it. Meaningful comparison is conducive to the good program management. It is having a distributional impact. It is an integral to the evaluation of the strategy, and CBA can help meet legislative requirements. Yes, these are the five cost analysis to be utilized. Analyzing when on the capital expenses, analyzing a policy option, using or disposing of the existing asset, post evaluation of projects or program, and quantification of the issues. If we can do these things appropriate basis, as when to invest, when to put in money, what is the policy of option that comes around it, what can be done when the projects gets winded up, handed off, will it be moved into a different side, what is the evaluation, what is the impact of the project, and the quantification issues altogether. With this, we come to an end of this presentation. Thank you for watching this video.